I'm Sam.
I'm Lindsay.
Tell me everything.
Am I Sam and Lindsay on the mic? Tell me everything tonight. Oh! From the books to the screen and everything in between. If it's trending, we know. What's the tea? Let's go. It's a 306 flow. Tell me everything you know. Bring it to the show. Tell me what you heard. Yeah, every single word. Tell me everything. Tell me everything. Oh!
Well, here we go.
Woo!
Woo! The thing that we have talked about in the past, but never seriously.
Yeah, there seems to have been a lot of drinks involved with this before it actually finally came to fruition.
And the number of times we've had drinks, I'm very certain that a lot of those conversations are not safe for public ears. I was going to say ear holes, but ear
Well,
holes.
now you're making it dirty.
Now I'm making it weird.
Yeah.
But we've known each other for a long time. We are both prairie girls. You're not originally a prairie girl, but we adapted you.
Yeah, you had to at this point. I mean, my license says Saskatchewan. We're going to ignore the fact of where I'm from. Ontario, sorry. But it's fine.
The center of the universe, I hear.
Listen, I don't think the universe revolves around me. My husband thinks that, everything does, but that's fine. That's how it should be.
I agree. We're both longtime radio girlies in the province. And I think it was time that we needed something. And this is going to give us that something, because every juicy story starts with those three words. Tell me everything. So we have known each other for a long time, but there are things we don't know about each other.
This is true.
And so we figured that you, the listener, could get to know us while we get to know each other better. So we're going to play 20 questions, 10 questions each. We have not shared these questions with each other, and they may be of the unhinged variety. But that's when you get the best answers, and that's when you really get to know each other. So without further ado, here is the first episode of Tell Me Everything, and we're starting with 20 questions. Lindsay, I'm going to ask you the first question.
Okay, shoot.
What is your I could absolutely survive this apocalypse delusion?
Oh, God, I totally think I could survive the apocalypse. Zombies? Probably not as much, but like some sort of like absolutely catastrophic meltdown where like society breaks down to the point of us not having running water or like food or something like that. A lot of people don't know this, but I grew up kind of in the middle of nowhere in cottage country. So we grew up, gardening and that kind of stuff. Know a lot about gardening. I also know a lot about poisonous and non-poisonous plants. So like,
Are you a witch?
well, we dabble. It was mostly for survival instincts because you learn quite quickly that one mushroom will make you poop your pants, and another one is a delicious thing that you can eat with a salad. So I have a feeling that I have like some really great survival instincts that would allow me to make it through that. Zombie apocalypse, though. If there was slow runners, sure. Fast runners, I'm dead.
So there's a difference between like World War Z, like the Brad Pitt zombies, and the like Walking Dead zombies that like you couldn't hit them if you tried with a gun. Like you can outrun them.
I feel like those like The Walking Dead, I would have made it really long. Like, screw you, Carl. I would have made it so long, like so long. I 100% would have survived. I think I stopped watching it after like season 6 or something like that. So I don't know what happened post that besides snippets, whatever. But
Fun fact.
I got this.
I stopped. If you haven't watched the show by now, we're going to spoil it for you. But when Glenn and, the redhead died. Oh my God, why can't I think of his name? They die in the same episode. It's super bloody, super violent, vegan involved. And I was like, I can't do this anymore. You're killing off my people. And so I stopped watching because it hurt my heart. And it also didn't feel like the story was as good. But then when I heard the show was ending, I did go back and watch the last episode of the second last season and then watch the entire last season and then ended up getting into Daryl Dixon's spinoff series because who does not like Norman Reedus?
Okay. Well, then if you got into like back into the ending of The Walking Dead, then what's your apocalypse survival scenario? What would you make it through?
I am excellent at knitting and crocheting, so we'd be warm. I can cook. I was a brownie. I was a Girl Guide.
Okay.
So I can cook over fires. I can tie great knots. I won Tidiest Camper Award, so you know I'm going to be like super organized. That's my mom and dad's like biggest beef is like as a child, I was an absolute disaster at home, but I'd come home from camp with the Tidy Camper Awards, and they're like, "Did you steal this from someone? This can't possibly be yours." But other than that, like if I have to outrun someone, I'm clumsy. I'm going to be the first one to hit a gopher hole. I'm going down. So you would know that you would survive if you were next to me in an apocalypse. That's where I leave that.
Okay, so you're super tidy. You'll take care of everyone. I mean, I know that about you already. You're a very nurturing person. You love caring for other people. I would make sure that like we don't have poisonous plants in our food, but there might be some. Speaking of poisonous things, my dog is chewing on something, so
Go deal with it.
she's back.
Petunia!
Petunia, are you serious? How did you get?
I feel like this is where we need a slight dance break, but no one wants to see me dance and or sing. So we will just wait. Is she going to pay the puppy tax? And no, she's not going to pay the puppy tax.
No, she doesn't. She's getting heavy.
She's a little tank.
She's 45 pounds now.
She's a bulldog.
Bulldog, 45 pounds. Mac is 70. So
What?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Yeah, big, like, but he's got some old English in him. She's like bantam, so she's technically like a miniature bulldog, but drives me nuts because if it's chewable, it's going in her mouth. And she just found not one, but two of my claw clips from when I had longer hair because I've cut it all off. So now she's like, great, new chew toys, plastic, love that. I'm like,
they've got springs in them.
Appreciate that. Okay,
back to poison.
So I want to jump into my first question for you, and I already know the answer, so I'd love to know where this kind of stemmed from. What is your most irrational fear?
Do you want, well, clowns.
Yeah.
It's clowns. And those who know me well, or anyone who listened to me when I had a morning show know this because I talked about it all the time. And I had to like beat my fear. And I actually went and saw the new It movies in the theater. I've also found out that I can see those kind of movies in the theater and be okay. I cannot watch them in my house. So when I was in second grade, the original It series was on TV. Second grade. So it was 1991, 1992.
What are you, like 7 in second grade?
Yeah, I was little.
Yeah.
And I wanted to watch it because clowns, when you're a kid, a movie with clowns. And my mom was like, absolutely not. So what I did is I trundled on down the street to my friend's house, and her parents weren't paying attention. Not bad parents, just not paying attention. And I watched it at like 7 years old. Oh. So I was scared of drains, scared of clowns. You'll remember Queen City X, the exhibition. They used to have this clown that would come all the time. Doo-Doo the clown, maybe?
It's Doo-Doo. Yeah, it's Doo-Doo the clown.
They tried to bring him in studio with me, and I absolutely would not. We had to do a phone interview. And he said, that's how I can tell you're actually scared of clowns, because people pretend to be scared of clowns, but they go near them and they put on a big show. Where I was like, I absolutely have no need to be anywhere near you. I have tried to get better at it. My husband and I love to go through haunted houses, and clowns still get me the worst. Like those killer clowns, I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack if they move. And I hate when it's someone dressed up as a clown, but you think it's an animatronic. And so it moves, but then it gets up. And then it's absolutely not in every swear word you can think of in a stream. So yeah.
So when was that? Was that 2016 when the clown thing
I think
was
so.
happening?
I saw them both.
Yeah,
I did see both of them, and we tried to watch Return to Derry, which is the spin-off of the origin story. It was too unhinged for me. I could not. When it was like the devil baby in the movie theater, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah, I know.
What is this about? And so we fell off and couldn't do it. What is your irrational fear?
Stairs.
Your house is full of stairs.
I know. It like I have told my husband this like before when we were trying to sell our house, and then we didn't sell our house. Long story. We'll get to that
someday.
Some point, I'm sure. I have fallen down minimum 6. I haven't maxed out at 10 yet, but like minimum 6 different stairs, like sets of stairs in my life. And you're like, 1, 2 stair, no big deal. No. Like There was a house that my mom was renting when I was in college. I would have been 18, and I was living with her, and it was a curved staircase. That was one of my worst falls.
Did you fall over? Did you fall down? Like what? How do you fall down a spiral staircase?
First of all, they're wood. Second of all, they're polished. Third of all, socks. So like 1 + 1 + 1 equals boom. Lindsay down. Broke my tailbone.
Head first or butt first?
Butt first. Broke my tailbone. The next time I broke my tailbone was on a set of stairs.
You broke your tailbone more than once?
I've broken my tailbone 3 times. Yeah. All on stairs. Okay? I have a scar on my chin from a set of stairs from when I actually went head first down some stairs. So, needless to say, my most irrational fear, and like, I'm sure my therapist and I can like walk through this a little bit more. We've talked about a little bit like my OCD tendencies. So like there's an OCD tendency where like your brain automatically thinks of like the worst case possible scenario. And like you're going downstairs, you're going to hurt yourself on these stairs. When you hurt yourself on these stairs, it's going to maim you, but it's not going to kill you. So it's going to be a problem because then you're maimed. Like listen.
It's going to hurt, but not so much that you can go to the hospital and someone can help you. Just enough that Tylenol's all you're going to be allowed to take, and you're going to suffer for like 6 weeks.
Exactly. Listen, I've had a donut enough times in my life that I've had to carry around with me and sit on because I've broken my freaking
donuts are in your house?
Well, I still have 2 that I keep in the
you
closet.
Have more than one. Tell me everything I need to know.
Well, because you need one for where you're sitting on the couch, and you need one for like when you're sitting in the office. Anyway, stairs is my irrational fear. I'm going to hold on to that for the rest of my life because
you earned it.
I mean, the next time I break my tailbone, they say I have to get it fused, and I don't want to do that. So,
okay, you should just staple a donut to your back of your coat, like underneath, like a long coat.
So you can like knit crochet, right?
Can you just like crochet donut?
Attach it to all of my pants.
Like a tail, but not.
Listen, we're not going to go that deep into it. We're just going to be careful on stairs. And I always, always, always wear shoes with solid bottoms because of it. And that's why if you ever see me in my home, you'll notice that I don't walk around in socks. And there's a reason for that.
Bare feet or shoes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yes.
Okay. When I came up with this question, I immediately thought of something really funny for myself, but I'm very curious how you're going to answer this. Which fictional character do you irrationally believe you could fix?
Oh, God.
And what's the first character that popped into your head?
Draco Malfoy.
Really?
Because, like, he just doesn't have love in his life. And let's be real here. When those movies came out, and like, okay, I'm a 1990 kid. So like right on par with perfect age group for when these movies are being released.
You
had
a crush on Draco Malfoy?
I didn't care about the character. I cared about the boy and the way he looked. I was 11. Give me a break.
See, I'm of the vintage of like Leonardo DiCaprio, Devon Sawa, like a little bit older than you. So I didn't have the super blonde fixation.
Well, that was the thing, right? Like that was the thing in like the thousands, which is weird to say, but like everyone. So there was frosted tips in the 90s, but then they just went full bleach blonde, Eminem style, right? And that was the thing. So Draco Malfoy was like the first thing that comes to my mind. And let's be real here. At the end of the book, we realized that what he only ever truly needed was love because his father was a jerk and his mother was the one who was trying to give him love and protect him, and it wasn't happening. So I feel like I could have fixed him.
This all goes back to my theory that everyone needs therapy. Not you, but like him.
Oh no,
everyone.
I need therapy. It's fine.
You know what popped into my head? Bradley Cooper's character in The Hangover.
That's who you think you could fix?
That's what popped into my head. I don't have a reason. And maybe it's just the one I want to fix.
Yeah.
But that's the first thing that popped into my head of a fictional character that I could irrationally fix is Bradley Cooper's character in The Hangover.
What needs fixing about him?
He's a bit of a dumpster fire.
Well, I mean, okay, but like if we're going to be specific, like what?
We're going to like rein him in act his age. If we're going to go to Vegas, we're going to have fun, but we're not going to lose teeth. We're not going to fight tigers. We're just going to have a good adult fun time.
Right. Adult fun time.
Adult fun. Well,
that's what
I mean. Technically, he did have an adult fun time, but
that's what everybody has in Vegas.
And this goes back to me being the group mom.
Yes, that's true. Okay, so I'm going to throw out. This is the one. This is where we're going to start getting unhinged.
Okay.
If you had to join a cult, what would the theme be?
Hilariously, what you don't know about me, or maybe you do know this. So I have a religious studies degree. I have an English religious studies degree and then I have a journalism degree. But in the religious studies degree, I took an entire class on cults because I find cults fascinating. And if you're wondering, like, why are cults in a religious studies course? Because for some people, they're a religion. And the thing that I find most fascinating about religious studies is how we wrap our heads around the things we believe. Like, we can believe them for any reason, but it's all about community. It's all about belonging and the things you need in your life at that time. And so that's why cults are successful, because typically they prey on like people who need some kind of support that they're not getting at home. It's much like a gang, right? It's community, it's family. That said, cult fixation aside, it would probably be like, this is going to sound so cheesy, but probably like one of those TikTok book corner, cozy, I crochet and like listen to audiobooks kind of cults where like we come out and have snacks and tea together because it just sounds so relaxing, and we'd be like in a mountain somewhere in a cabin. That would be my cult, that I would be like, you know what? Take me now. Take me to the mountains. Give me all the soft yarn in the world. Play me a good audiobook, probably some smutty romance. Don't make me feel bad about it. Feed me, water me, let me get in the water occasionally, and I will live out my days in the bookish yarn cult.
Everyone's going to be whispering in that cult. You know that, right?
That's the thing that's hard for me is I am not a quiet person.
Yeah. That's why I was like, you might get kicked out. So
what's yours?
I'm obsessed with cults as well. So we're definitely going to be doing an episode on this.
That's good, because I know someone who like studies cults and occults. So I'm going to pull that in. We'll just
sign me up. I'm ready. Cult that I could be a part of. You went for so sweet, cute, wonderful. Doomsday preppers.
Well, you just told me that you know that literally like answers. I shouldn't be surprised.
If you had to, that's what I said. If you had to join a cult, and you did mention, so yours still ties in well with your really like soft, cozy. I knit, I crochet, I'm helpful. So if I'm going to be part of a cult, listen, I want to be with those doomsday preppers because they're the ones who are going to hoard the food.
Are you a hoarder now? Like a food hoarder. Like, do you like stockpile? Like, ooh, that's on sale. Ooh, I could want that. Ooh, my cupboards are overflowing, but I don't actually need groceries.
Very little known theory that a lot of people had about, or not even theory, reality. I've moved across Canada multiple times, like just all over the country, and different, mostly Ontario and Saskatchewan, obviously. But here's the reality. I have kept, up until living in this home, I have kept a prepper kit with me.
What's in your kit?
So I had 2 containers of distilled water. I had like rations, like food rations, army food rations. I had compass, binoculars, emergency heating, matches, everything.
Crank radio?
No crank radio. I didn't have that because I have a solar panel with yeah.
Because I covered the power off. I don't need to crank it. The sun will do the work for me.
And I'm moving to the sunniest place in Canada. Why would I need, so anyway, I had this for years in a Tupperware container. And I say Tupperware container, like a tote bin, like one of those big ass bins. So I had one of those for years, and I took it with me. And I think maybe 3 people knew about it, to be honest with you, because it was one of those random things like, what is this? That's weird. Okay, close it. And then I moved in with Rob, and at the time we were dating, and I was like, I kept this because I was living by myself and emergency situation, anything like that. I feel like I'm good now, but I still think that's the cult that I would need to be a part of, is a doomsday prepper cult.
You'd be like a leader.
Listen, if there's one thing that I'm very good at, it is directing people to tasks. If there is an emergency that occurs around us, they always say you need someone to give directions. I will be your girl. I will do that.
Okay. What's a hill that you will die on, 10 toes down, that absolutely does not matter?
I have a day job. My day job has parking spaces, private parking. I have become the parking enforcement.
What?
At the office.
What kind of parking enforcement?
I'm a problem. Like, my mother always said I was a problem. I am a problem because I will walk up to you if you park in our parking lot, and this has happened on multiple occasions. I will come up to you if you're parking in our parking lot, and I will tell you you are not allowed to park here. And if you do park there, I will put a notice on your vehicle. And I'm not going to go too far because I'm scared of people knowing where, like,
yeah, we don't need to go to
location
where,
or anything like that.
Yeah.
Maybe or maybe not have I called tow trucks. Listen, it says it's private parking. Don't park there. If it's like a handicap space, okay? If you do not have the signage, you follow the rules. That is the rule. That is law. You have to follow that one. Listen to it. Follow it. It is not difficult. It drives me up the 10 toes. There you go. That's my law.
Oxford comma.
Oh.
CP style breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I have an English degree. Mm-hmm. The Oxford comma and I are BFFs. It can change the meaning of things.
It can.
But in CP style, we don't care.
Okay, but
kills
for the
me.
people who are not in communications, who don't know what CP style is, you
Canadian
need to explain
press
CP
style.
style. Yeah. So, and that's like
There's
the top
P
tier
styles in the
rule.
United States. It's much like it's almost like a style of citation, and it's just a guide on like what you capitalize, how you write your numbers, all of those things. So there's a standard for professional communications. News outlets use it as well.
Yeah.
Lots of people have said, but Sam, you're a journalist for almost 20 years. What do you mean you can't get rid of the Oxford comma? And I said, I did not write for a living. I talked for a living. And when I did write, if I put the Oxford comma in, an editor would take it out.
Yep.
So I never had to die on this hill, but now it comes up at least once a week.
Yeah. And
it does not matter. I will not win. It is not the style, but I will complain every time.
yeah, I feel you.
Okay.
I feel you. That was actually one of the questions I was going to ask you. So I'm going to cross that one out and go to, what do you think ghosts sound like?
I think they sound like what they sounded like when they were alive. I just think we can't hear them. And this is where I'm going to sound absolutely nuts. So there is like a weird little connection to like psychics in my family on my grandma's side in Poland. My grandma used to read cards. She would never read them for the kids because she said she didn't want to influence the decisions that kids made in their lives. So she would never read cards. And she read playing cards. Like, I'm not talking tarot cards. She would read like just a deck of 52 cards. And her cousin, someone in Poland, was a psychic. And I get creepy vibes very easily. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with haunted houses. Ghost Stories of Saskatchewan was one of my favorite books when I was a kid, until I spent the night out at Fort San before it was demolished. We did that in grade 12. 0 stars, don't recommend. A midnight tour of that. But we did it. I was 17. But I literally spend my life in the dark saying, nope, I don't want to see you. Nope, I don't want to hear you. A friend of mine who does see ghosts said she thinks of her mind as almost like a fortress. She slams the walls down and says, no, thank you. And so since then, I do that because I do not have it in me. I am so easily scared. So I do believe that they sound like they did when they were alive. That's my honest answer. What about you?
I don't think it's like spooky sounds. I think it's some of those like
Casper?
No. I think it's those sounds that you inherently make like off the cuff. For example, like a sigh or one of those things like throat clear. I think that those are the sounds that ghosts actually make, because
Like a creak
they're
in
not
the
gonna be like,
house kind of thing?
it's because it's one of those like subconscious things that you do, and I think to a degree it's like a subconscious sound, and ghosts are a subconscious being in my mind. So like whenever you hear a breathy sigh or like a throat clearing or like a tutting sound from someone telling you you're doing something naughty or whatever it is, those are the sounds that like I relate to ghosts rather
Do you
than
believe
like,
in them though?
no, not necessarily. I have a really weird relationship with the idea of like ghosts and those types of things. I've had a hard time believing in it only because I'm
Well, you don't
like
have to.
no, but like I'm an extremely practical person, but like I also do believe in like karma and kismet and things like that. So it's like to me it's two different things. Like I don't believe in God. Like I've always been like a devout like atheist because of the way that I was raised. I was raised non-religious. So like if believing in ghosts and stuff like that was just one of those logical things where like
If I don't believe in God, I don't believe in ghosts.
well, like
Because it's
no,
a spirit
it's just
thing, right?
yeah, it's a spirit thing, right? That was the reality that I kind of like put it in my head. So that was kind of the logic like that equaled for me at least. And it doesn't mean like that other people don't experience those things.
Oh
And
yeah, for sure.
I love the idea of it. I do. It's just just can't get behind it, you know?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
But are
So
you
I mean,
interested in
I'm
people
interested.
who follow those things? Like, do you still find an interest in it?
Yes, I love it. I love ghost stories. I love listening to like other podcasts about spirits and haunting and things like that. It's just if it didn't happen to me, I'm still skepticism's still there, right? So that's I live my life skeptically.
Okay. What's a conspiracy theory that you almost believe?
Okay, well the first one that I would really love to throw out, we promised we would never like breach into, which is like a political thing. So we're gonna cross off that
Okay.
one. There is this my husband and I have this argument all the time about pyramids.
Okay.
Okay,
All the time?
listen.
Go on. Tell me more. Tell me
We have
everything.
very deep like conversations about like these weird theories and things that pop up on TikTok that like consume our feeds.
Yeah.
And one of the things for him was pyramids. It starts there. And he says, well, they're made by aliens, right? And I was like, you're insane. There's no way.
I have another
he
friend
said-
that believes that too.
Right. Move forward to the next step. Aliens. So it started with the pyramids, going to aliens, and he said, how did our technology actually get this good in such a short period of time?
Science?
Right. I believe in science. But
Research? Money?
there's a reason why Area 51 exists, and like how did everything become so freaking fast? And the only reason why I can think of like that possibly happening, like there's that one conspiracy theory that I'm like, that could, aliens. That's
Okay.
aliens are the reason why we've advanced so much in technology. And like there's still like, it's a very small nugget of me thinking that, but like it exists for me. So that's my one little conspiracy theory that I'm holding on to. But I love we're going to dive into those because there's so many unhinged theories that exist. Flat earthers, what about you, Sam?
Oh, as a news person, I have to say none of them. But that's not true.
Right.
Because I worked in TV production for a long time. Not a long time, like 7 years. But the theory that the moon landing didn't actually happen and that it was done on a movie set. And the reason I say that is because why haven't we been back? You talk about the technology we have, how things have advanced, all of those things. That is the one question that makes me almost believe it. I do believe we went to space. I do believe we landed on the moon. I do believe in science. But my question is, that hasn't happened 40 years? Like it's been a long time since the US was on the moon.
Yeah.
Why haven't we been back?
Okay. Well, I want to leave that question hanging because
We don't have to get into it, but that's the one that I almost believe.
If you got famous tomorrow, what would you be canceled for? Like, I'm talking Mrs. Worldwide, Pitbull of the world. What would you be canceled for?
Probably shit talking the wrong person on a live microphone. I have learned not to swear around a live mic, which I just did.
Yeah.
But when I'm mad, it's just like really pulling back the curtain. Sometimes you just need to vent. And if you vent to the wrong person, that can blow up. And if you become worldwide famous, those venting sessions become much more interesting to people than they actually should be. And so I would probably say the wrong thing to the wrong person in the heat of the moment. It would be taken out of context and I'd be done.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I would. I'm petty, so I know it would be 100% my own fault to begin with. I would be canceled for literally saying face to face what's wrong. I would say it on camera. I wouldn't like Will Smith it, I wouldn't like, go slapping someone or something like that.
But I would down right to someone's face. Like
I would, cameras rolling, let's go, front to your face. I would be unhinged petty to someone.
I love spite.
I would get canceled for
I
that.
do love
and
spite.
I know that.
It is, sometimes it's a heck of a motivator.
Yeah. It's just, there's one of my really good friends is like absolutely beautifully eloquent in verbally destroying someone without like using a swear word.
That's
like,
a talent.
It's
I can do it in email. I can't do it off the top of my head. I need a moment to be pointed. I can do it in email and in a way that's like very professional and could come off as mean, but is actually very professional. And if you would have just done it or done the thing you were supposed to do or been a good human, you wouldn't have got the pointed email. You would have got a thanks! Exclamation point.
Yeah. But it's just definitely, there's a beauty to being able to like
dress someone down without swear words.
Undress someone with your words to the point, not like that they're just like, oh, I feel very violated, and like you will feel that, and I will be canceled for it. So
I do think as women though that it's considered catty to do that.
Oh yeah.
But when a guy does it, they're like, oh, and maybe that's not fair. Maybe that's not fair. But I live in a woman's body. So I can only speak to the experience I've had. But the number of times that I have held my tongue just to not be called catty or to be called the B word probably far outnumbers the numbers of time that I've actually said something I should have.
Listen, I'm fine being called a bitch, and we're allowed to say bitch. We're on a
I
podcast.
know. I'm still working out the kinks of the former broadcaster thing. Okay. What is your I'm not okay, but I'm handling it behavior?
Oh. I am silent. And like, I know you've experienced this with me where I'm just radio silent. It's like the power button, shut off. I don't exist. I'm not there. And I'm in my own world and I'm not okay, but I'm dealing with it. And like, again, therapy's great, guys. Everyone should go to therapy. But the reality is like, I won't text you back. I won't call you back. I won't message you on Instagram. I won't.
You have
like,
no
it's
capacity.
not happening. Boom. Off. Done. I'm in my comfy clothes. I'm at home 24/7. If I'm not in the office or working or something like that, and like I'm dealing with it. I'm gonna get it done. Things will get done. It's just there's no time for social because I don't want to have to explain it to someone else or like have that conversation with someone else. So it's just so much easier for me to be like, I have a task to do. I'm gonna go complete this task, and then I'm gonna go back to my own little world of completely separating, like reality. To my fictional world, whether that's a book, whether that's TV, like when we went through that moment, we're like, I wasn't talking to anyone. I was watching Grey's Anatomy.
I mean, that gives you the catharsis you need, though. Sometimes you need to experience the emotions through other people so you can move on.
Yeah, absolutely. So yours?
I also go silent, but not in a like disappear kind of way. If I'm mad, but I'm handling it, I won't talk to you. I will not speak. That is the one way to know that Sam is mad, is when she goes silent, when she stops talking. that's when you know there's a problem, because I'm a big believer in use your words. And if you have pushed me to the point where I have no words, you've gone too far. In terms of like handling it, I am a recovering people pleaser and a recovering perfectionist. And so I say recovering, but you're forever a people pleaser and a perfectionist. You're just trying to be less of it. And so I will get things done, but I will be mad about it. So I will be guzzling coffee, probably vibrating, exhausted, biggest bags you've ever seen under my eyes, but I will crawl up that mountain and I will get it done. But you will not want to be around me. But if you would have helped me in the first place, we probably wouldn't have been in that situation. But I am a doer. So if it's something that has to be done and no one else is putting their hands up, I will run myself into the ground to get it done.
Yeah. Recovering people pleaser and perfectionist, your brownie badges for like tidiest space still exist.
Because it's
I'm
in front
sure-
of people that didn't know me. We're
Yeah.
like in my safe space. I was like, let the tornado destroy the bedroom. Who cares? I actually talked to my mom about this not long ago, and I said, but I never was a gross dish leaver. Like I never left dirty dishes or food. Like none of that was ever in my room. It was just like why do I have a closet and drawers? Everything exists on the floor. And I can find it. It's clean. I just didn't bother to put it away. I'm much better now.
My mom made me had a great tactic actually for getting me to stop leaving dirty dishes in my room. She tucked them into my bed. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was
so
that
not only
like?
did I
What
have
was that like finding that?
not only did I have to do the dishes, but then I also had to do my bedding because it's disgusting. And she's like, every time that you leave a dish in this room, I will do that again. And I was like, huh.
And never again?
I was playing checkers. The woman's playing 3D freaking chess. Like, just genius woman. Genius.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what is something that you absolutely refuse to learn how to do?
Wash my car. I will play dumb every time. If we're going to like a self-serve, I'll like flip the wand. I hate the like spray and the getting wet and my pants get wet and my shoes get wet. I will pay to drive through,
Yeah.
or I will act absolutely stupid with the wand so that my husband does it. And he knows I'm doing it. I don't even know why he lets me try. I hate washing my car and I never do it properly and it never comes out the way I want it to. So I don't want to learn, and I will just either pay someone to do it or make him do it.
The professionals do it better.
What about you?
It's fine. Measuring tape, using how to.
Oh, you
how to use
measure
it
with
properly.
the hands?
I do measure with my hands. This, like, I know when my husband watches this, he's going to be so infuriated.
My husband
with
also
me.
being construction.
Measuring tape, it is 5 inches and 3 ticks.
I mean, that's almost five and a quarter.
Listen, I know what the quarter, I know what the half, I know what 3/4 is. I'm not learning the rest. He's like, it's 5 and I don't even actually know 3/8.
Oh,
Is
I
it
don't
3/8?
care about the eighths either. I will
Right?
never learn that either.
So I know that will drive him insane. But I refuse. I'm like, you know what? 5 and 3 ticks works perfectly fine.
You know what I mean? Don't make it hard.
Yeah.
You understood what I told
well,
you?
that's not the right terminology. And he's like, why don't you just like let me show you a tape measure? And I'm like, actually, I would rather go and drink vinegar than do that. I am not going to watch you teach me how to do it. There's a lot of other things that I let the man teach me how to do, like learning how to golf and things like that, or golf better. But measuring tape, don't care enough. 5 and 3 ticks works just fine.
We talked a little bit about the apocalypse delusion. I have, since I entered this relationship with my husband 5 years ago, fell back into horror movies. And every horror movie, I find I identify with a character. How far would you make it in a Scream movie?
Oh. Great question. Just rewatched every single Scream movie this past
Going
October,
to see,
by the way.
as this comes out,
Yeah.
I will be seeing it this night. with my family Scream 7. I love a Scream movie. How far would you make it? Are you like dead in the first scene?
No.
Are you a Sydney? Are you like taking
so
him
that's
out?
the thing.
Or are you a villain?
I get to be a villain? No,
I mean, how far do you make it? If you're a villain, maybe you make it all the way. Who would you be in a Scream movie?
I think honestly I could make it the whole way. I'm obviously not like stupid enough to go and like check the door, you know, like, oh, what was the sound? Let's go find the sound. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, what are you doing, you idiots? You know, or like, oh, we have to go and find the killer ourselves. No, you don't.
That's what
they're
police are for.
professionals for that.
Yeah.
The reality is that I would be in the first Scream movie and be like, you know what? Bye. I'm gonna go. Because you're
be
all,
like
so
Cher Horowitz. You'd be like Alicia Silverstone. You'd be like, this is gonna ruin my outfit.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I'm like, you know what? Actually, guys, here's the reality. Someone else got murdered, and I don't want to, so I'm gonna go.
One dead person's enough for me.
Yeah. Good luck tracking me down, because I'm gonna be gone. Listen, chameleon. I will. I don't know how hard it is to get a witness protection program, but I'll make up my own. I already told you I can survive an apocalypse. I can survive a Scream movie. I got this. It's just by leaving. What about you?
I'm Gail Weathers. I'm the girl that's I'm the journalist in there. I'm asking the questions. I want to know what's going on. Tell me everything.
Yeah.
Tell me everything, and I would inadvertently get involved.
Right. And
But
your bangs?
I'd be the Gail Weathers.
What about your bangs?
No.
Did you know that was like a wig?
They did that on purpose?
No, what had happened was, so she had a different hairstyle. For anyone who like is unaware of this, like Courtney Cox, she had this like different hairstyle that she was vibing with right before the movie, and then they said, okay, well, we'll just put her in a wig so that she's like traditional Gail Weathers.
Cooperate.
And one of the assistants who was like fixing the wig cut the bangs, but they accidentally cut them too short, and then they put it on her, and they were like, oh, we don't have any other wigs. So
what happens when you're the first movie in a franchise and you don't know that's going to go on until 2026 when you make
right?
it in the 90s.
What was that? Was that Scream 3? I think
I'm not sure.
Scream
The first
3.
one came out in 94.
Yeah, so Scream. I'm pretty sure
Late
it was Scream
90s.
3 where she had the bad bangs. But yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. So as long as we're gonna keep an eye on your hair.
We all
your
had
bangs.
bad hair. 6th grade Sam had a bob, but it went out like a Christmas tree because it was poofy and it hit my chin, so it just made my head look like a giant triangle. And I had the big ugly round glasses because I didn't know any better. We all went through awkward phases with our hair. It's fine.
Mushroom cut.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't have long hair, so she's like, I know this.
Neither will you.
Yeah, neither will you. What food do you think is coasting entirely on good PR?
Bacon.
What?
I don't like bacon. I don't like ham in general. I like pork chops, very specifically pork chops. Don't like ham. Don't really like bacon. I don't know if it's a flavor thing. I don't know if it's a fattiness thing. If you go for breakfast with me, you can have my bacon. This shocks people every time I tell them. It's not new. I'm 42. I've never really liked bacon.
Have you ordered bacon in a specific way so that you know you like it?
I will eat it if it's mixed into like a dip or if it's on a potato or if it's in a sandwich, but I will not add it. Like I will never have a burger and be like, oh, please add bacon. Never.
Wait, so like when
I will eat a BLT. I do enjoy a BLT, but it's because of the lettuce, the tomato, and the mayo. Not so much because of the bacon. Because I love a tomato sandwich. Because garden tomatoes in Saskatchewan make the best sandwiches.
But okay, no, this one's gonna get me here. So, there's like different ways to like cook bacon, right? There's like soft floppy bacon that looks
that's
like
the
a really
worst.
sad
That's the worst
moment.
kind of bacon.
Yeah, that's like bad moment
Where
bedroom
it looks
bacon.
like it's been boiled.
I want bacon that is crispy. It needs to like I need
break?
to. It needs to sound like a chip when I'm eating it.
I still don't really
That
like
is my-
it. I'll eat it.
Oh.
And I went through a phase like we all did where I ate keto. And I ate a lot of bacon. I didn't love it, but I ate it. But yeah, I think because people just love bacon. It's in commercials. There was that bacon salt. There was the bacon strips for dogs. Bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon. I think it's bacon. What do you think gets by on good PR?
Honestly,
Like, give me a steak. I'm thrilled. For me,
yeah,
no bacon.
steaks are great.
But I will eat a pork chop.
it's everywhere right now, and I know that it's a PR thing too. This Dubai chocolate trend.
I've never even had one. Like,
So
my daughter
here's the thing.
loves them. I don't get it.
Here's the thing. I actually can't even eat it.
Are you allergic to pistachio?
But that's my danger.
Oh, there must be someone outside.
No, I accidentally hit the wall with my chair and my dog said, "Wah!"
Oh, you scared them.
And then they hit the cord, so my lights on my monitors went out.
Oh.
So Dubai chocolate, I can't eat pistachios. I'm allergic to them. I'm allergic to every nut that exists, essentially. I am not allergic to peanuts because that's a legume. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. Anyway, we digress. So I don't know where this came from, but I think it's just coasting on good PR because, first of all, it looks disgusting.
Agreed.
It looks like...
I think it's the decadence of it. I think people like, because we're in that more is more on social media phase where people are like unboxing these beautiful things, and you have like the whatnot site where people can bid on things as fast as they want, and like we're in this like consumer culture. I think it's the thickness and the decadence of it. Like the more is more like a cupcake within a cupcake, or a cupcake within a cake, or like I think it's got to be a more. I don't know why it's called Dubai chocolate. I don't know if it came from Dubai.
Well, and that's part of the marketing, right? Is like they're like, Dubai is decadence, therefore Dubai chocolate has to be the most decadent thing out there, right? Also, shout out to the people of Dubai right now. Yeah,
I'd love to go to Dubai. But honestly,
but yeah,
if we're thinking bougie, it should be in Singapore.
Crazy Rich Asians, that movie. Whoa.
One time the movie was better than the book.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? So yeah, Dubai chocolate.
What's your one toxic trait in one sentence?
Oh, God. I'd like to think I'm not toxic, but...
We all have one like toxic trait. It doesn't mean that it has to apply to other people. But what's your one toxic trait in one sentence? Don't have to explain it, just one sentence.
I am too assertive to the point of being aggressive.
I am so hyper-fixated with doom that it affects my sleep and my brain.
You could... I'm just like, I'm assertive, which means I'm a bit of a bitch. You're
I'm
like
I get so fixated on bad things happening that I can't stop looking at them.
I'm just picturing like the dog dumpster fire meme in your freaking head. This is fine. It's not, but it's fine.
I bought a bunch of stickers the other day, and one of them says my anxiety has anxiety. And that's kind of how I exist. It's what I honestly think. I did have a doctor tell me this once. My anxiety and my ADHD were like a superpower for me as a journalist because I could see the bad things coming before they happened. And I was really good at going from task to task to task and then eventually getting things done. So it is a like mental combination that works for me, except when I get hyper fixated on something before bed and I end up reading about insert whatever political war scandal that I cannot stop reading about until like 2 a.m. And then I'm exhausted the next day.
Right.
And then it repeats.
Imagine if your irrational fear was also stairs. Because girl, people pretty much interact with stairs like every day. So yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you could create one very minor but one very specific law that society must abide to, what would that law be?
Oh, one very specific law. Oh, to have that power. One very specific law. Like anything?
Minor law. It's one very minor, very specific law that everyone must abide to, otherwise they will get ticketed for.
Going the speed limit. The number of times that I have said, "Oh my God, go!" Even today, Like, if you cannot get up to speed, and I'm not saying like in unreasonable conditions. Today was not unreasonable conditions. If you cannot get up to speed on a major thoroughfare, you should not have a driver's license because you're going to cause an accident.
But going over is okay, right?
Well, yeah, just flow of traffic. I'm not going to tell people that speeding's okay.
Okay.
Because that's also a law. But like Ring Road going 60, I'm sorry, what? If you cannot get up to speed or at least close to the rate of speed, either take a different way or have someone else drive you.
Right.
Take transit, take an Uber, ride a bike, get rollerblades. How about a skateboard? Electric scooters are a thing now?
A one wheel.
It makes me crazy when you're stuck behind someone who is not a confident driver.
Yeah, I agree. So mine will upset potentially Australians.
Where is this going?
When you are in a public setting that is not a park or a beach setting, you have to wear shoes.
Oh, I don't like feet either.
Like
People who take their shoes off on planes? Why?
that.
Especially when they're barefoot. Like,
Yes.
it's one thing to see socks, but if you're barefoot on an airplane, what's wrong with you?
There was an occasion that
handle feet
happened
either. Oh,
where someone put their foot on like the armrest, and because I was at the window, and like someone like jammed their little tootsies up by like my armrest, and I was like, "Listen,
here comes the
here's a
assertive Lindsay.
Here's a fun fact for you: your feet are about to be assaulted by whatever little tools I have available in my kit. Pen." Poked. You're gonna have happy faces all over your feet if you don't move them. Like, get your dirty tootsies off of my armrest. Keep your shoes on. First of all, flight attendants will tell you, anyone with any type of air safety thing says you should wear shoes, closed-toed shoes when you are on an airplane for safety purposes.
Because if you have to get off, you need to be able to have your feet in shoes.
Precisely. And if you are running around barefoot, you're going to be getting your feet all cut up on all sorts of things if there is an emergency situation. And you know what? You freaking deserve it. You deserve it, you heathen. Absolutely disgusting.
Can I
Keep
tell
your
you,
damn
though,
shoes on.
As much as I hate feet, I love paws.
That's not the same thing.
Well, because what's funny is I said to Daniel this morning, I was like, this morning the cat jumped on me, flopped, cuddled, and then stuck her paw in my mouth. And I was like, that's been in your letterbox. I was like, absolutely not. But like, it was like her being cute, right? And I was like, oh, this is cute. But also,
Listen, paws and feet are two different things.
toe beans and toes, not the same.
When there's beans involved, it's fine.
I like that I brought this up with animals. What animal do you think secretly hates you? Or maybe doesn't secretly, but just hates you.
What animals do hate me? I would like to think that like most animals do love me. I've never been attacked by, well, that's not true. I have been actually. Probably a bird. I mean, I know like you and birds aren't cool.
Birds.
Yeah.
There's
just
photos of me as a kid being chased by geese. And instead of helping me, my parents took pictures.
Here's the thing. It's like, I mean, I would have too. Because that shit's hella funny. Like watching a kid run around and like, I mean, as long as you weren't injured, it's funny. If you were injured, I'm sorry. And I'm going to take that moment seriously.
Just mentally injured.
But like birds definitely are one of those things that like, first of all, how dare you? Because you're just flying all over people, dropping your shit.
Oh, I've also
been
pooped on by birds, which just feels like a tactical assault.
Yeah, and that honestly, I mean, and then there's a conspiracy theory of birds aren't real, right? So then it's like, we digress. I think for sure birds would be like the top tier for me. I do find some birds very sweet, very cute. Love parrots; they're fantastic. Talking to them, like great.
A girl I grew up with had a budgie, and every time I went into her house, I basically covered my head and screamed until she came outside.
Oh,
it's a deep.
Like I thought
deep.
I thought I had a bad relationship with some birds because like you know, I've been there with like being pooped on, had them take my food at the beach, like seagulls, you know, whatever. But like, I feel like there's a little bit extra trauma for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't understand it. Okay. Your question.
If you were to haunt a place after you die, where would you choose purely for the entertainment value?
Oh, you know the answer to this, but I don't want to say it publicly.
Do it. Do it.
I would say a previous place of employment.
Ah, perfect. Love that. Love that for you. I cherish that moment. I would probably choose like a super historical site, just so that like it lives on. And I remember how I believe
You become like an infamous ghost.
yeah. Well, I mean that's if we're going to be famous, then like let's be famous as a ghost, right? Because I'm going to live on. But remember, I'm the ghost that only believes in like breathy sighs and like little throat clears and stuff. So I'm going to be that ghost.
So like the House of Commons or something?
Yeah. So I'm going to pick like one of the most like Grand Ole Opry. Perfect place.
Notre Dame in Montreal.
You got to pick a place that no matter what, there's always going to people be visiting there for the rest of your life. And you'll be like, I'm going to be that ghost.
Radio
I'm going to
City
be the one
Music
that's
Hall.
always around. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. What is a personality trait that you have absolutely gaslit yourself into thinking that you don't have?
That I don't have?
Like you've gaslit yourself into thinking, that's not me. I'm not that way. That's not a thing for me. That's not part of my personality.
It's funny because like so often I think like I'm not an introvert. I think I'm not an introvert. Just because I love talking to people, but there's a limit. And I think like my reaction to like emotional moments and stuff like that really shows that like, yeah, girl, you're a bit of an introvert. So I would probably say I'd love to think that I'm not an introvert. Totally. I'm out there. I love to be loud. I love to be obnoxious and, you know, that person that everyone's like, oh my God, that chick, stuff like that. The reality is that I would say 6 out of 7 nights a week, I'm hiding indoors, away from human beings because I just don't want to talk to a human. I don't. And like there had been occasions, like especially during COVID, obviously, because like, and when I wasn't like talking to people on like FaceTime or something like that, I think the longest I went was almost like a full month of like not beyond work.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like not talking to anyone else like on FaceTime or like beyond going to work every single day when I was working at the radio station, like seeing my co-host, which like obviously
they're like family at that point though, because you see them more than family.
Exactly. Like it was also best human being in the world. But like beyond that, the only other person that I saw was Rob for like a month. I didn't FaceTime anyone. I didn't like, you know, video chat, anything like that. Cause I was just like, ugh. It was just,
the pandemic was good for introverts.
Oh God. Like,
and
COVID,
real hard for extroverts.
And my husband, Rob, is like the biggest extrovert. Like people, they call him the local quasar because he just like absorbs people into him because he loves having people around him. And we could not be two more different people.
Daniel and I are like that too. I'm the like, hey, let's go out. And he's like, hey, let's not.
Yeah. What about you?
I do. It is not attractive to be argumentative. And I would tell you that I am just playing devil's advocate. But I sometimes really like to argue. And it is not an attractive trait, which is why I always say I love to play devil's advocate, which is a really nice way of saying sometimes I just like to argue for argument's sake. And I might not even believe in what I'm arguing, but sometimes I will go 10 toes down on something I don't actually believe. Just to see how far I can take it. And I have never admitted that before. So my best friend's going to be like, I knew it.
Just the little devil on like be like, keep going. Go,
like I can't
go
stop.
harder.
It's like I can't stop. And to the point where like, I know it's not good. And I've gotten better at not being an argumentative asshole over the years. But like when I was younger, and then you start acting like a know-it-all, and then I come off like a know-it-all, and maybe I seem a little bit like a know-it-all, and that might also be a personality trait. But it's the argumentative thing. Sometimes I just like to argue.
Listen, being a know-it-all, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yes, there is. Nobody likes a know-it-all.
Listen, when you're a kid, I watched the Discovery Channel like every day. Shout out to our homeboy, Steve Irwin. May he rest in peace.
That's educational curiosity, though. That's not know-it-all.
But so, like, all the time, I'd be like, did you know? And my parents or my sister would turn to me and be like, did you learn that on the Discovery Channel? And I'm like, yeah.
I did, actually. You should watch it, too.
You should be really proud that I'm not watching, like, The Simpsons or something like that. And then eventually I did get into garbage TV. And then TLC started coming out with, like, really good garbage TV. And I was like, oh, this is great.
Yes to the Dress and What Not to Wear used to be peak reality TV. How the times have changed.
Yeah, Jerry Springer. Like, I could have been watching so many other things. So, this is my final question for you.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Sam officiated my wedding. Mm-hmm. I officiated Sam's wedding.
Facts.
What famous person would you have rather, or if you could have had them, a famous person, have officiate your wedding, who would you have wanted?
I would really like people to see how uncomfortable my face is right now. This is something I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it a different way. And I say that honestly and truthfully because I hate name droppers. I hate and I know that sounds funny because I know we hired a professional musician to come sing our first dance, so it sounds ridiculous. But I did that because we love the song and because I know him. Yeah. And so it was just an opportunity to like have a really special moment. But I wouldn't have done it any different. I don't like name droppers. I don't like bringing someone in just for the sake of having someone. Like, I want someone there because they have a connection to me. So I wouldn't have done it differently. And I think Daniel would agree.
That's so sweet. I'm so sorry. I would have wanted Judge Judy. Like, you, okay.
Behind the desk? Like, would you have wanted to go into her courtroom?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That was like going to City Hall. That's like a movie.
There is one person that one famous person who I'm absolutely obsessed with. Her career, the way that she has marketed herself and everything like that. Judge Judith Shunlin. She is like,
I love that you know her
Judge
full
Judy.
name. I couldn't have
told
you
God,
that.
yeah. She's a grandma. Like, have you ever seen her outside of her court robes? That girl looks good. But yeah, Judge Judy. I am a huge fan of Judge Judy. You know, like we were just talking about how like those TV shows that we would watch as kids, like, you know, when you're off sick, it was Jerry Springer and
Price is
Maury
Right.
and
Jenny Jones, Sally Jesse Raphael,
Judge Judy.
Oprah. I could keep going.
Yeah,
We grew up in the golden age of daytime TV.
I know. The kids these days don't even know what they're missing.
They're also probably not drinking 7-Up and eating saltines because food's improved too.
Yeah, well, you know, shove some of those dry ass crackers in their mouths, guys. It's gonna make them feel better. But yeah, I like, you know, having you was incredible, especially since I was like, hey, I'm a little bit, you know, drunk right now. Can you like marry me tomorrow?
It was also Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
And Rob's dad was like, "Don't you have somewhere you should be?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can go back. This isn't going to take long." Like,
I'll never forget. I was like, "Can you like marry us on Christmas Eve?" And you're like, "Yeah, totally, no problem." And I'm like, "Great!" And like, then Rob turned to me and he was like, "We're actually doing this tomorrow night." And I was like, "Yeah,
let's go get that license, baby. Let's go get that license."
Yeah, so we got everything that we needed, and Christmas Eve, Sam married us. But I'm again, Judge Judy.
I'm not even mad about that because that was a really good answer.
Thank you.
I don't have a celebrity like that or show like that I watch. I mean, I am currently obsessed with The Pit, and maybe Noah Wyle could have officiated the wedding, but that's just purely because I like Dr. Robbie. I don't even know that Noah Wyle is that character in real life. So
fair. He could be a complete douche in real life. You don't know.
Or like George from Grey's Anatomy, but when he was George, you know what I mean? Like we could play, or Eric Dane as McSteamy in that like first season when he's with that. Like I could get into that, but like I don't actually have a personal connection the way you like love Judge Judy. So I wouldn't change it.
She just, she taught me a lot about the law.
Okay.
And then everything's baloney.
Last question from me to you. If your Google search history was leaked, what would be the headline?
Oh God. Whoa. This person, okay, so what would my headline be? Hold on. Let me like put it together in a headline for you.
Noble.
Okay. Local girl does drunk purchasing too frequently. Needs to pay bills.
Subheadline. Husband really tired of it.
I don't think he's ever mad at me because most of the stuff that I buy. Okay, so the reality is that I do two things when I'm a little bit intoxicated on the weekends. One, Google a lot and like product reviews, love those. And then I like my special little fingy just gets in there and says, add to cart and
need one of those. Need one of those.
Add, buy, and then I Amazon. And here's the thing: is like we have Amazon Prime, so it's coming like usually on Friday, that it comes on the Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So then Sunday, best one I ever wound up with was a harmonica. And I was like, wow, I'm going to learn how to play harmonica. I'm not going to learn that.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's your Google headline?
Longtime journalist does not know the difference between peak or peak or bear or bear.
Oh.
The number of times that I have to look up words that like mean two different things to make sure I'm spelling them correct, just to take us right back to CP style, is ridiculous.
Yep. Oh, that's a really good one.
I mean, I Google a lot of things because of like backstories and history and all of those things.
Right.
But the most consistent thing is peak versus peak, bear versus bear. Like anything that like
bare chested or like
teddy bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I know when it's bear the animal, but it's I struggle with like bearing your soul. It's BAR. Right. But like there was a time where I was like, I get the wrong bear. Or bare naked. It's BARE. I know that now, but I have to tell you the number of times that I Googled that to make sure. And like English degree, but still.
Right. Right.
And peak or peak still screws me up. I check every time. I always pick the wrong one.
Like a peak of a mountain versus like a
peaking. Like peeking in a window versus the peak of a mountain.
Okay.
Is it PEEK or PEAK?
Could truly change the way that you write things. Yeah. I'm so glad that well, you know what? It's good that you do Google those things though, even though it might be a little embarrassing to have that as a headline.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I mean, I'm still the girl that like when I'm typing, it's like Wednesday. Yeah.
Ask me. I will never forget about when there's a specific movie that came back out. It was a re-release from an original movie, and this would have been 2014 or 2015. It is a movie that involves ghosts. And I remember turning on the mic because I was like, new movies out this weekend. Don't forget to check out this new Jurassic Park movie. And then I'm really excited to see this one. Pathologist.
Oh, no. Is this Poltergeist?
Yeah.
I used to put the wrong emphasis on subsequent. I would say subsequent.
Oh.
All the time. And it took like a news anchor to be like, you're putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Yeah. And I was like, because my vocabulary is good because I read so much. But when you read a lot, it doesn't tell you how to pronounce the words.
No.
So
Endeavor.
I completely empathize.
Endeavor and devour.
Oh, no.
Listen, I was like, I have different endeavors.
I have heard someone say manslaughter as man's laughter. So there's things that sometimes just, you're like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. And then it comes out of your mouth. I've never done it, but I've heard other people do it. There's like
one of these things is not like the other.
Or there's a hilarious news blooper that I see all the time that it's a guy in the States that like there's a typo on the prompter and he yells, "Check your panties." It was supposed to say pantries. It was about a rice recall.
Well, we all make mistakes.
My husband just whispered to me, "Chipendables." So we were early dating. He's like howling now. We were dating early on and we were like looking for something to watch. And I taped 2020 every weekend. And he was like, "What's that?" Like, that Chipendables. It was a story about the Chippendales. Like the dancers, like a murder. But he called them the Chipendables. Like the Incredibles or Expendables, Chipendables. So, does that make you feel better about Poltergeist?
Yeah. I feel because I'm totally gonna talk to him about the Chipendables next time I see him.
Ask him how he feels about those bow ties. Anyway, that takes us to a nice little ending. At the end of every show, no matter the topic, we are going to leave you on a good note with something we are calling Tell Me Something Good. So, Lindsay,
Tell me something good.
Tell me something good.
Next weekend is my anniversary. Speaking of like weddings earlier, my 3-year anniversary. Now
You know
you're
what
wondering,
the gift is? What's the gift for 3 years?
we don't do gifts.
But there's like
We
a
are the
traditional
gift.
thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's
In
like
which case,
first year is like paper, and then there's like wood and leather. I don't actually know that that's the like order, but there are like traditional materials that are supposed to be a gift for every year you get married.
I didn't know that. I was just gonna give him a little. All right, cool. We're married. How's it going? You want to go for dinner? I don't know. Like maybe get some barbecue. I had no idea that was actually
It's
a
leather.
thing. But
3rd year anniversary is leather.
we have to give each other leather.
I mean, you did say, so there is that. 1st anniversary, paper or clock. 2nd anniversary, cotton or china. 3rd anniversary, leather or crystal/glass. You could get some fancy new wine glasses.
Yeah, I've broken 3 of them. So I have my wine in a drinking glass instead
Hey.
of it, one with a stem, because my hands go whoop-ah! So, okay, well, maybe I'll buy him a sweet leather harness for him to show off to me one night. Or, we'll just go and get some fried foods and I'll hate my life for the rest of the night and nothing's going to happen whatsoever. So,
All or nothing.
indigestion, it really puts a damper on things.
All or nothing. I love that for you, and not so much for Rob.
Well, tell me something good that happened to you or what's going on.
I would say my good news is I am back in my cat's good graces, which sounds ridiculous. The cat is in my name. I was never a cat person, but through people like you and my old colleagues, I have fallen in love with the fluffy ones. She's sitting right. Oh, she just went. Oh, she grunts, she purrs, she chirps. And this morning I woke up and she was sleeping next to me, and I said, "Hey, Sky, you want to come up?" And for the first time in forever, she ooh ooh ooh, plop, and then ooh, sorry. And then she started purring so hard. And I was like, I am back. I am back in the good graces because I am the spare. She is my cat and she is my husband's best friend. And it makes me infuriated. If we were to walk in the house and each of us was holding a treat, she would choose him every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Even if I was holding a treat and he wasn't, she would choose him.
It's probably because he's warmer.
And when he picks her up, she purrs immediately. There's no time. There's no specific position. She's just like, oh, I'm in my home. I'm back in the cat's good graces.
Excellent.
Back in the New York groove, if you will. But in this case, it's the cat.
Yes. You know what? We all have priorities in life. That should be top tier.
Until I'm not. And then I'm going to be sad again.
Well, we all work around these things. I have a dog that's in my lap right now asking me why I'm not hanging out with her. So with that, love you, darling.
Okay. Well, on that note.
Yeah, really excited because we're going to be coming back every single Friday. And next week, please tell me that you just heard my dog snort.
I did not.
Right at the break. Next week, we're really excited because we're actually going to be talking about sports, specifically ladies' sports.
Daniela Ponticelli is going to join us. She calls games in the PWHL. She's been there since the inaugural game. She's going to help me decide which team I'm cheering for. She doesn't know that yet, but that's going to be part of the process. But this isn't just about sports. She loves to read. She loves pop culture. She loves a good cigar and a martini. So we're going to get into it with her, and also her experience covering the Olympics as well in Milan Cortino, though she did it from Toronto. So that's how these things work now. But thanks for listening.
And until next time, we'll be ready to tell you everything next week.